Hello, guys. How are you?
Yeah,
Great.
good.
How
How's
are
it
you?
going?
Doing great. Sorry, I'm asking everyone this question. James got the unique ability to present his favorite band to the world in this season. Because I was at Peace Fest and I didn't know who Foxy Shazam was, and then I was like, oh no, they kind of rule. If you guys got to present your favorite bands that people maybe don't know, what bands would you want to include in something like this?
Oh. Can it not be in something like this?
No,
Can
it could just be what band do you want people to know more?
Okay.
I said this before, Alt J. I think that's I think everyone knows Alt J, but it's a little bit more indie for the masses. So that first album I just thought was insane. It was so good, awesome wave.
There's an R&B group, two girls. They're called the Amours. Mm-hmm. I would love for people to get on them. They are saucy. I think they're dope.
Well, Alt J is very millennial. I was like, I listened to them in college.
Oh, you did?
I was
Okay, good.
Alt J was the 2010 to 2014.
Yeah, they've been around long enough to be like, guys, it's this new band, Alt J. Yeah, I remember listening to that many years ago now.
Well, I wanted to ask you, Danielle, you get to play a character who, in season 1, she was questioning a lot of what she was doing because she was doing something for her mother and struggling with it. And in this season, she gets to have a little bit more agency with herself. How is it to watch a character like Leota grow from someone who was just doing whatever she needed to because her mom told her to kind of running shit?
Watch or play, girl. I am getting to do it. It's been amazing. I mean, that's what you want as an actor. You want that journey. You know what I mean? You don't want to stay stagnant. That's kind of boring. And thank God we have James Gunn that's really taking these characters on a journey. And it has been so much fun to, like you said, to see her with more agency and be able to put her foot down and say, this is how I want things, but while also trying to hold our marriage together. So it's been a lot of fun, going on the ride and seeing where she goes and what she does. And yeah, it's been great.
And on the flip of that, I love Adrian's little obsessions that we find out more about this season and just okay, now he's obsessed with this thing and we're going to have to learn about it. But even when he's outrageous, he is still very sweet. He washed Economist's pants for him and was like, oh, I folded them.
Did you see the after end credits scene as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I did. But how is it to get those little things in a script and be like, all right, well, I get to play up he's so sweet that he's not thinking of undressing his friend.
Yeah, I think it just adds that dimension to him because then he has all those things that he does that are pretty awful. But then it just shows that he doesn't know what he's doing. So then you throw in the fact that he's going to wash his friend's pants because he's passed out, and that's what he's going to do. So it gives him that. It's like a weird save the cat moment for him where it's just like, oh, okay, I guess we can like him. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just that way.
When, Danielle, I want to ask you, because I saw you in the piano lesson. Mm-hmm. You obviously were in The Color Purple. You do these theater productions that are beautiful, but also theater is a completely different kind of beast to acting in a show like this. But it is very theatrical at times, and you get to be over the top. How does your theater background help you with something like this in making, Leota grounded when all of these things are kind of piling on top of her?
That's a great question. How does it add to the film side? It's kind of, I've always kind of been thinking about it backwards. Film has kind of helped the theater lately because with film you have to move so quickly. Mm-hmm. Your ideas, your impulse, you have to just act on it and not second guess because you don't have time. But in theater, you have that time to really think about a character. And I think theater has taught me, what is the time that you need outside of shooting to find your character? What is that work that you have to do outside of that? And so, yeah, spending that time with the script, you know what I mean? It's different. It's so different. You're in theater, you get to spend that time 4 to 6 weeks with your actors and developing that. But when you come on a TV set, you don't get that time. You just got to figure it out together in the moment. So I think those are a few ways in which they've kind of helped me. You do theater too, though, right?
Not much, very little. The National Youth Theatre when I was a kid, but yeah, I skipped. I did university, so I skipped theatre. But
he skipped theatre. Theatre was above him, darling. He does not do theatre. Theatre,
movies.
Theatre, what? Theatre, not me. Not Freddie.
The Elizabethan man behind you is judging.
Yes. Do you see those eyes? Look at those those eyes on you, Freddie.
Well, Freddie, wanted to ask you, have you thought about how Adrian actually feels about his friendship with Peacemaker? Because he runs around telling everyone that's my best friend, and it's very clear that Chris is kind of like, sure, but doesn't feel the same. How does Adrian actually feel to you about that kind of situation?
I think he genuinely believes it. I think he just doesn't see things regularly. So I think he believes it. He chooses not to listen when Peacemaker says otherwise. So if he's not invited to an orgy, he's just upset at his best friend for not inviting him, and he's telling him why rather than just. I think if he didn't tell him that he's upset, then it's maybe because he realizes that maybe he's not his best friend, but I don't think he sees it. He's completely blind to it, which makes it easy to play, for sure, and fun to play.
And I wanted to ask both of you, James had, it was season 1, it was contending against the fact that a lot of people saw Suicide Squad and was like, that guy's a villain, I don't want to watch a show about that guy. And then we earned Chris's redemption arc throughout the season. And then in season 2, all of these characters get to grow with him, and they're all changing, and they're becoming better versions of themselves in their own ways. How is it for you guys as actors to get those scripts from James and see how he's growing these characters between seasons and getting to kind of figure out where they are as the seasons progress?
Well, I'm like the slight odd one out in that one, because as James has kind of said it multiple times, he's like, yeah, Adrian doesn't really change. She's kind of the same. There's a little bit of we see not really change, but we see a little bit more to him this season. But for me, it's slightly different. I think you guys are kind of doing more of the growing.
I love getting a James Gunn script because you just know he's going to give you something to play with. Like, you don't have to worry about looking at this script and be like, dang, that's all I get to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't get into this so we could just do 20% of our skill set. We really want to do some stuff. So I get excited every time that I get to read his scripts and find out what we're doing, and because I know I'm going to get to build. I know I'm going to get to grow. I know I'm going to get to, show more of the character. And so, yeah, I love it.
This is one of the only shows that I've ever been so angry that I only got 5 episodes of it, because I was like, no, but I want more. And now I'm like, it's fine. I'll wait.
You have to wait.
But thank you guys so much for talking with me. I loved this season a lot.
You're really good at your job, by the way, too.
Thank you.
Yes. The way you ask the questions are very natural.
Thank you.